Michael Whited, hello everyone. My name is Roseanne Kasmer and I am the Cookbee for the Kamloops and the Tribal Chief for the Shuswap Nation Tribal Council. I am honored to welcome all watching the Wolfpack game being hosted here at Thompson Rivers University. This land has been home to the Kamloops since time immemorial. On behalf of my council, my community, and the leadership of our nation, we thank TRU and the Wolfpack for enacting truth and reconciliation and creating stronger ties to Indigenous communities. Enjoy the game, play safe, and good luck. And go Wolfpack, go!
Drink Biosteel, the right fuel.
Hello and welcome inside the Tournament Capital Center for some Canada West basketball action on Canada West TV, presented by Biosteel, as the TRU Wolfpack will take on the University of Saskatchewan Huskies here on a Saturday evening from Kamloops. Michael Reeve joined by Dermot Langerton on the call. Dermot, TRU looking for the weekend sweep. The Huskies still looking to get off the schneid here on the season, entering play at 0-7, but not a team that maybe necessarily reflects the record they have, as they have played some tough competition throughout the first half of their season.
Yeah, we were talking about that off air too, just how this Huskies team is definitely, they're a talented team and they got some great pieces to them. It's just they've played really hard players and teams since the start of the season.
The 7-footer Woodcha will earn the opening tip, and here is Emmanuel Bonsu. He fouled out a night ago, one of those key helps for that Wolfpack team that secured the win down the late stretches of that fourth quarter, as Tim will put in the opening basket for the Huskies. Tim also fouling out yesterday. Harrison just posted at the elbow. We'll dish back to Dami Farinloy. Backer in, down low, Harrison, nice cut. Something we saw a lot of yesterday, Dermot. Those backdoor cuts from the Wolfpack were working very nicely.
Harrison loves to move off ball, which is something you got to keep an eye on because he's also a big guy as well.
Miller will kick it down into the post and trying to back down, spins, kicks for three. No good off the back iron, as Asher Mahan will climb high. Asher Mahan, 25 points, really sparking that fourth quarter for this TRU team when the game seemed to be slipping out of their hands. Farinloy rains down a three.
It's the energy that this Wolfpack team wants to start with. See how the Huskies are going to respond here.
Bonsu, screen comes. Farinloy trying to fight through it, does so successfully as they'll kick it the other way. Woodka, hands off Sharkey, baseline. Post position now, spinning, Tim. Gets the friendly shooter's roll. It's 5-4 here early. Both teams coming out firing on the offensive end of the court. Farinloy across the timeline, finds Thomas Olson, and now Cyrus Harrison at the far elbow, kicks it back out. Mahan down low, Harrison post position on Bonsu, goes to work, spins towards the baseline, can't get it to go, rebound secured by Woodka. Bonsu quickly slows down, stops up, fadeaway, no good. Rebound, Wolfpack wearing those home Saturday oranges, which just looks so clean. Asher Mahan to Dami Farinloy, and now kicking it over to Backer, and look at that cut from Asher Mayen, and one. Count the bucket and the harm. Asher Mayen will head to the line, looking to complete the three-point play.
First one and one of the game there, excuse me. It's those backdoor cuts we were talking about, just cutting, grabbing the ball, and just going up, taking some contact.
25 points, 4 rebounds for Asher yesterday evening in that TRU win, going a long way with a lot of those points coming late. He was knocking down big points in the fourth quarter, including some consistency at the free throw line that really helped his TRU team hold on and secure what is their 4th win of the season as they sit at 4-5 and looked at into the Christmas break at 500 if they can secure the weekend sweep, as that's in and out of the hands and a turnover. Ball back to the Pack.
Some smaller turnovers we're seeing from this Huskies team that Coach Campbell doesn't really want here.
Ball is brought into Harrison here in the backcourt. He's working up the floor against Emmanuel Bonsu, and now we'll slow things down. 16 on the shot clock as they get into their half-court set. Harrison to Dennis Baccarin. Handoff. Asher Mayen for 3 offline. Trying to poke it alive is Farrenloy. A couple TRU players caught behind. Can the Huskies go quick here? No. Everyone back defensively for the Wolfpack. Again, down into the post. Low post position. They'll kick it back out. Miller. Down low once more. Extra pass off glass. Good from Tim. He's got all 6 points for the Huskies here in the ballgame.
Former Rookie of the Year there.
Handoff Harrison, Olsen, and now Asher Mayen on the far side. Quickly down low. Harrison spinning. Double team comes, but he travels. And a substitution coming. Sharkey off, and coming onto the floor will be Owen Murphy-Weeb, number 10.
Owen.
13 points for him yesterday for Murphy-Weeb.
Some great shots. Hit some really good three-point shots yesterday to keep the team back in the game.
Bonsu slowing things down a bit now. Left-hand drive, kick, and good hands by Asher Mayen to just bat that one out of play and force the reset. Both teams identical, 3 for 5 from the floor. The only difference, the and one and the three-pointer from TRU, giving them the early 2-point edge here in our first quarter. 7 seconds on the shot clock, stolen away by Dennis Baccarin. Harrison quickly up the floor into the paint, kicks it out. Mayen for 3. Asher Mayen continues his hot streak from a night ago as he rains down his first three-pointer of the contest. TRU lead by 5.
It's the energy that he wants to keep there.
6 early points for Asher Mayen. He's got the old-fashioned three-pointer and the new fashion as well, as responding in turn is Weeb with a 3 of his own. Anything you can do, we can do just the same. The Huskies right back within 2. Asher Mayen up fake, kicks, extra pass down low, Baccarin in the post. Out, Asher Mayen, elbow 3, Asher Mayen, back-to-back trays. Can the Huskies respond once more?
See if the Huskies get an answer here. Maybe might get Owen Weeb open.
Looks like there's a full set of 4 Wolfpack players getting ready to check in, as will be a line change. Bonsu backs down. Rebound secured by Dami Farrenloy. Up the floor, chance to expand out the lead here for the Pack. Farrenloy right to the rim. Too strong off the right-hand drive there. Bonsu down into the post. Woodka trying to back down. Won't go. Or sorry, that was Tim. Cyrus Harrison right to the hole, in and out. Can't believe he didn't get a call. He'll have to get back on defense. 14-9, still the score. And a whistle.
On the ground there. As we have, oh my goodness.
Yeah, full line change coming on here. It looks like Dennis Baccarin. No, he's going to go 2. Did anyone stay?
That may be a full
No, that's a full
change.
5.
It's a full 5 right there.
That's a full 5 for TRU. Fresh unit onto the floor. They're up by 5 as this second unit comes on. Corner 3, short arm off the iron. Rebound, Ruben Wright. He'll hand off. Stinson rocking the full sleeves as he kicks. Ruben Wright, nice board, back out. Corner 3, wide open, no good. Not a shot you're used to seeing missed there from the Wolfpack. It was down low. Good defense, but a late whistle and a foul called. And heading to the line to shoot a pair will be Mohamed Jabatai. Jabatai's first trip to the line here.
First free throw is going to be no good.
The second good, so a 4-point ball game here as the ball comes in to Aaron Chamble, who we saw make his return to the lineup a night ago in limited minutes. We'll see if those legs got a little more juice in them for head coach Chad Jacobson here on Saturday night. Ruben Wright, a couple fake blow-bys. Eventually, it is Stinson, long range 2, no good. Punched out Clayton and swatted as Chamble was trying to climb high. The 5'10" going against some absolute monsters in the paint, can't get it to go, but a turnover back the other way. Ball back in the hands of the orange-cladded men of TRU. Stinson brings the ball up the floor here, guarded by Morin. Couple dribble handoffs and back to Stinson, 12 on the shot clock. Screen comes, 2-man game, and batted out on his way up. 8 seconds on the shot clock here as they look to work the pick and roll. We saw it a few times a night ago from Stinson and Ruben Wright. Stinson, the trigger man, has to get it in. Will do so just in time. Gets it back here in the near side corner. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Stinson drives, stops, fading away. Off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound, Jabatay. Hitting the floor down low, so a 5-on-4 briefly and no good. Batted out and all the way out of bounds. TRU ball. Both teams going a little cold here in the late goings of our first quarter.
Both teams are really staying fast-paced here.
Yeah, you really get to see a point guard come across the timeline and do one of those, all right, everybody breathe.
Yep.
Haven't yet seen that. Both teams seem keen to just keep up the full pace here early in our opening quarter.
Such a good game yesterday. They still got the energy.
Driving into the paint, up. It's Aaron Chamble for 2. So Morin on ball, into the corner, stolen by Chamble. Takes a bit of a whack, no call, and into the paint. He'll head to the line and shoot 2.
Why not do it yourself? Just take it straight down the lane.
Almost looked like a football player for a second there, tiptoeing the sideline, and then cuts into the lane, takes a bump, and will shoot a pair. Chamble, solid from the line a night ago. Will knock down the first here this evening. Stinson in the forward group here doesn't really.
He will battle. He will battle.
Not what you'd expect in the key for a free throw, the 5'10" of Stinson, but decided to leave their taller weapons a little further back. Jabatai into the paint, kicks it out. Good hands. Can anyone get there? It's Harrison right to the rim, and 1! Sorry, Evan Smith with the and 1. As he chases it down, gets the bucket to go and the harm. And TRU a chance to expand out their lead here to 10, but before he shoots, timeout called by the Huskies. And Jamie Capbell, the third season head coach of this Huskies team, has seen this second unit of TRU able to put up some points.
They're doing work, yeah.
It was a 5-point lead when the full line change came in. They've expanded it up to 9 and potentially to 10. As you look at some of the scores from yesterday across the league, including that 92-84 win right here at the Tournament Capital Center for the Wolfpack over the Huskies. As we have first quarter action here. As you look at some of the other games on tap, UFV taking on the UBC Okanagan Heat, the Westmen into play Alberta. So some nice games across Canada West for you to enjoy here on the final day of November 2024.
Year went fast.
Crazy to believe December
It's almost
quickly
like they keep
upon
going
us.
faster.
Just a mere 6 hours away here in the Pacific time zone. So one shot for Evan Smith as he'll look to complete the and one play that I butchered brutally by thinking it was Harrison.
Steve's back in the line. Gotta like that.
And this time he will put in a little more to get there. Evan Smith, an uncharacteristic miss from the charity stripe. As bringing the ball up the floor is Morin. It gets across the timeline, but a lot of time bled off this shot clock early from this Wolfpack defense. Open three at the elbow, leaping at him, no call. Coming away with the rebound underneath and a foul called against the Huskies. It's getting just a little bit too aggressive, trying to track down that board.
Going to be the third team foul there on the Huskies.
As that one will go on Freddie Kapinga. Stinson. Screen comes and then sent away. It's Jack Clayton again getting some minutes. Was effective in his limited minutes a night ago. Getting a little bit more of a run here today. He only actually had 2 minutes. Had 4 points in them yesterday. Kicked out, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Stinson for three. Off the front of the iron. Rebound secured by Morin. Murphy Weeb for three. Yes, sir. Dialing it up, Owen Murphy Weeb. He's got a couple of trays here in the opening quarter. It's back to a 6-point game. 50 seconds remaining, opening quarter. Huskies Wolfpack here from Kamloops. Here's Aaron Chamble. He'll drive right to the paint and head to the line and shoot a pair.
Going straight in, just getting fouled. Easy buckets you can just get there.
Straight line drive. Made one move and then dipped. And hey, look, line change number 2. 4 fresh guys onto the floor. The only guy staying, of course, will be Chamble, as he has a pair of charity stripe points to attempt. The first is good. (20-13) the lead here for the Wolfpack. The second good as well, so that will allow Chamble to step off, and we get back to that first unit. So they came in the second unit leading by 5. They leave leading by 8. So effective work +3 on the floor there for the TRU second unit as the starters back onto the floor in force here for the final 40 seconds of our opening quarter. Right to the hole, Morin off glass and one.
Good energy from that bench. Crafty take by Morin there.
The first year Dylan Morin will head to the line after a tough bucket as he crashed down to the court.
One of the craftier point guards you're going to see at the Canada West level, as the free throw is no good.
Yeah, he'll miss that one. It's poked into the hands of Asher Main and now Dammy Farrenloy. About a 5-second difference, game clock, shot clock here at the end of the first quarter. Screen comes, no, it's a fake from Dennis Baccarin trying to look into the post, and Harrison, it does get there. Harrison, will he start backing down? He will. Double team comes, and he'll be fouled. And not believing it is Miller. As into the bonus go the Wolfpack, and heading to the line to shoot 2 will be Cyrus Harrison. Looks like part of this second unit maybe just wanting to get some size onto the court here with just 11 seconds. It appears we may see Ruben Wright check back in.
Yeah, Ruben Wright being able to go in and get some more minutes for the team here.
Just maybe a late quarter situation I think that's exactly what it is. As he'll come in for Baccarin, just add some size. Morin up the floor, 7 seconds here in the opening quarter. Through the legs, screen comes, gonna have to jack a shot here late. Contested jumper, no good. Rebound does not matter. As the horn will sound after the opening quarter here between the Huskies and the Wolfpack. It's TRU leading 23-15 here at recess, led by Asher Mayans, 9 points. He leads the way, leading all scorers here in the contest.
Just a great way to start for this Wolfpack team, just being able to play strong. We're seeing Coach Jacobson be able to run this line change where he's putting in the first 5 guys, takes them out, puts in the next 5 guys, and then goes back. It's given everyone time to just breathe, rest, and for this Huskies team, it's just about getting the ball on the move. We've seen that they can do it before. They have Tim, who's able to get into the post and just work his magic.
Yeah, Tim with 3 of 4 from the floor for 6 points, and then Owen Murphy-Weave has dialed up a couple times from long range for 6 points as well.
Oh, yeah.
Tied for the game high for the Huskies right now, as both teams shooting right around that 42% mark after our opening quarter. A couple more looks at the basket on the TRU side of the ledger. That because they've secured a couple offensive rebounds. The Huskies have yet to do so to give themselves another couple looks. Steals also 3-0 in favor of TRU here in that opening quarter of action. So we'll see if that Ruben Wright sub was just kind of for the end of the quarter there to add some height and make sure you contest the late quarter jumper, and if they'll go back to the true first unit here, I would imagine with Dennis Baccarin to start quarter number 2, as it also adds some continuity for those units. You know,
for sure.
You don't have to, you know exactly who you're going to be on the floor with because it's literally a 1 and a 2, and there's not the different players coming in and out of the lineup and you're trying to find something that works. Is we do see Dennis Baccarin back onto the floor, so it's just a late clock strategic move there from head coach Jacobson to just add some length and contest the shot, and it was in fact Ruben Wright that contested the 3 at the buzzer. So
that's exactly it. And you gotta, if you're TRU, you gotta also watch out for shooters like having Murphy-Weave coming off the bench, being able to hit those 2 threes for this team.
Harrison at the near side elbow, kicks to Baccarin, top of the key. Olsen in the corner, won't take it. Asher Mayen for 3, no good. Rebound, still up for grabs, and a foul, or sorry, a step on the line there was the call. His stepping out of bounds was Dylan Bowen, and the ball back to the pack here. Fresh 14, second chance opportunity, as they'll just float it out for Baccarin, looking for the backdoor cut to Harrison. He can't get past Bonsu, and it's a turnover. So the lead remains 8 as Emmanuel Bonsu up the floor.
A little miscommunication on the Wolfpack's part there, that last possession.
I feel like Harrison was getting there, maybe just a quick second trigger too soon. 3-pointer, too strong. Climbing high for the rebound, Thomas Olsen. Up the floor, here's Harrison, far side. He'll cut into the paint, kicks it out. Baccarin won't take the shot. Farrenloy into the paint. Back out one more time. Baccarin for 3, no good. Farrenloy offensive glass, fresh 14. Mayen, handoff, Baccarin. Farrenloy thought about it, won't pop. And a blocking foul charged to TRU. Such good energy from the Wolfpack just to end in a negative fashion as Baccarin picks up his second personal, and now you will see Ruben Wright come back onto the floor without the 4 remaining members of his line, so to speak. We'll get into a bit of a mixier rotation for Chad Jacobson now that fouls have started to amount.
Start switching it up a little bit.
Cutting all the way, Sharkey can't get it to go, and again trying to secure the rebound but stepping out of bounds. There was Bowen, and then that one, Bowen trying to jump in and steal it. He'll punch it out, so. Huskies putting on some pressure here. We'll see how TRU chooses to break the press. And how about just earning a foul? That's great work from Dammy Farrenloy. to just see the body out of position there and just run into it, so to speak, get the foul call, and maybe give these Huskies a second thought about playing a full court press.
Playing a little more physical, really get the message across.
Farrenloy across the timeline here. Asher Mahan, handoff back to Farrenloy, back to Mahan. Up and down there as he'll travel, as he was pretty committed to the three, then last second decided not to pop it, but his feet had left the ground.
Definitely not something you see from Mahan too often, but
both teams 0 of 2 from the floor here to start our second quarter. As bringing the ball up the floor will be Dylan Morin. He'll hand off, gets it right back from Bowen. Spin move Morin into the paint. Going up against Olsen, somehow up and over him for 2. It's a 6-point game.
great take for the freshman there.
Olsen, Mahan, Farrenloy. Screen looks like it's coming. No, instead the ball comes instead. Ruben Wright, couple boys flash through the lane. Back to Farrenloy, Mahan in the corner. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Into the paint, Asher Mahan gets the friendly roll. Mahan has 11. 11 of his team's 25 here in the opening half. Asher Mahan has continued that hot play from a night ago. Open three, cashing is Emmanuel Bonsu.
Answering right
points.
back.
Playing off the screen, Farrenloy will just take it right to the rack and puts up a nice lay-in for 2. Bonsu, does he feel himself hot to pop another? What a move in the paint! Hook, no. Almost a highlight reel bucket there, but can't quite drop it. Farrenloy takes a bump, keeps his dribble as he's backing down more, and Olsen at the elbow loses it. Look who's there, it's Asher Mahan in response. Contested three, no good. Climbing high for the board, Bowen. Back the other way, 7-point game. Here is Emmanuel Bonsu, right to the hole, blocked, foul. Thinking he got the ball was Ruben Wright, but the foul call comes in, and it will be 2 shots at the line for Emmanuel Bonsu.
Huge effort there you just saw by Wright.
Got ball, it just so appears he also got a little bit too much of the man. As it will be 2 shots at the line here for Bonsu. It's his first trip to the stripe here in the contest. 6:46 remaining in our opening half. That'll trim the lead back to 6 once more.
Jack Clayton is back in the game, the freshman, seeing some more minutes halfway through the second quarter.
That one no good. Rebound secured. Nice box out underneath by Harrison. And now up across the timeline comes Dami Farrenloy. Harrison, Asher. Ruben Wright, top of the key. Hands off, Mahan. Bodies hit the floor. Asher Mahan for 3, no good. Harrison tries to fly in for the board, can't get it. Bonsu quickly back the other way. Kick stolen. And now slowing it down just a touch. Nice hands there on the steal. Harrison, as we see a couple subs heading to the scorer's table. Harrison into the paint, spins, breaks down his man, gets it to go.
Gets the roll on
Nice
it.
hesitation there from Cyrus Harrison for 2. He's got 6 in the contest. As we'll see Morin bringing up the ball up the floor this time. He's been playing more of the 2 guard with Bonsu on the floor. As backing down into the post to the other side, kicked out. Morin gets it, and yeah, that's going to be a foul as these shoulders come together. Farrenloy will be charged with his first, and we'll see a couple guards come in here. Or we'll wait and see exactly what head coach Chad Jacobson has in mind as he'll call a timeout. It's an 8-point lead here for the Wolfpack as we're midway through our second quarter. After a slow start, both teams starting to find it a little bit more. It's a 6-6 game here in the quarter between the 2 sides.
Both teams are slowly just starting to try and find their thunder. We're seeing a little bit of breakdown from this Wolfpack team, especially a little bit on the defensive end. But slowly just taking the time out just to really regurgitate the same idea. Let's really just take our time. Let's play it slow. We won yesterday. Let's just try and keep doing the same thing. And what are you saying if you're in the Huskies lineup here.
I think you're not upset if you're the Huskies right now. It's a close ball game here. It's the second quarter. It's more than early enough. It's just maybe finding a little more consistency with the shot, as they're shooting just 40% from the floor, which isn't bad, but here in the third quarter, that number, second quarter, sorry, that number has begun to drop a little bit. And they're just getting outchanced in general, as they've had 4 less looks towards the basket. So clean up the glass a little bit, limit second chance opportunities from the Wolfpack, and you'll be right back into this contest.
For sure.
So we do see some subs come in, fresh guards on the floor with both Stinson and Chamble onto the floor for TRU. As we again see kind of this second unit, but with Cyrus Harrison now as the remaining member. Morin right to the rim, no good. Rebound secured, bit of a team rebound there from the Wolfpack, as poking it free was Stinson, and then securing it was Ruben Wright. Wright looking into the post, he won't go with the ball there yet. Aaron Chamble, 7 seconds on the clock, looks to kick it out, gets it back. 4 seconds, kick, baseline, J. Ruben Wright, no good. Good find late in the shot clock, but Ruben Wright can't knock it down. Bonsu, and a foul on the entry pass. That'll be charged to Clayton.
It was a good find there by Chamble, even though the jumper didn't fall. Seeing both teams are able to really play make for each other here.
Get into a bit of foul trouble here in the quarter, though. RTRU already 4 personals, so 1 more and an early bonus situation for the Huskies compared to just 1 foul coming the other way on the floor, and that came out of a full court press. So not fouling much are these Huskies. Bonsu, step back 2. Gets the friendly roll. Pretty little play there. Emmanuel Bonsu from the baseline fadeaway. Cuts the lead to 6 once more. Chamble. Thought about a 3, won't take it. Ruben Wright, 6 on the clock. Steve Stinson into the paint, short range 2, no. Rebound secured there by Woodka. Chance to make this a 1-possession game, this time up the floor for the Huskies. Sharkey into the paint, spins, kicks. Into the post, 10 seconds on the clock. Trying to work down Ruben Wright, spins, baseline, what a move, Ruben Wright. You can see the frustration as he'll clap the hands as he got shedded there on the post move.
Beautiful spin move by the former Rookie of the Year.
Harrison underneath the hoop, double team comes, kick out for 3. No good, rebound Bonsu. As going cold out of this latest timeout has been TRU. Open 3, Sharkey, no good. Rebound Harrison.
Wolfpack team still looking for that ignition to keep it going.
See, maybe they'll slow it down a touch. This time up the floor, Harrison, top of the arc, goes to Ruben Wright, looking for the handoff. It'll find Chamble, spinning into the paint. Chamble absolutely stuffed as he tries to go up. Sharkey drives baseline, double team comes, denied. Lead pass, Chamble. And he won't get it to go, won't get a call either, as a free 2 points don't go on the board, and that's a massive 5-point swing right there. Chamble maybe trying to dunk, just kiss it off the glass, take the free 2. Instead, it's a 1-point game as TRU maybe making a few mental mistakes.
Trying to keep that rhythm going.
Chamble maybe going for the highlight reel instead of just taking the points. Big swing, 1-point ball game as TRU has gone cold here in the quarter. Here is Farrenloy in the paint, gets it to go. Dammy Farrenloy.
Trying to hold that lead as it slowly bleeds away. Trying to get those easy buckets.
So back to a 3-point game at 31-28 in favor of the Wolfpack. 2:20 remaining in our first half, as this has been the Huskies' quarter here of late. Bonsu backs up won't take the shot. Thought he might get the ball right back, but no, it'll go the other way. Morin, nice feed. Tim. Beautiful two-man game. Morin to Tim for two, and it's back to a one-point contest here inside the Tournament Capital Center on Canada West TV, presented by BioSteel. Evan Smith. Ruben Wright. Into the corner, Olsen, he'll drive, kicks. Farrenloy for three, no good. And that's going to be an over-the-back foul charged on Thomas Olsen.
Huskies have to be happy with just being able to find a little bit of rhythm, just being a little bit, just breaking the rhythm of this Wolfpack team here.
And then with the over-the-back foul on Olsen, that's going to put the Huskies into the bonus, and they'll head to the line with a chance to take a lead here in the game. They haven't led since it was 2-0. Exactly. And they'll have a chance to do so at the line here late in our second quarter, as really this TRU team has kind of lost their rhythm, Dermot.
It's happening slowly, and you got to give your props to this Huskies team for being disruptive enough to be able to really take advantage of where this Wolfpack team is missing.
Yeah, 4 of 14 from the floor here in the quarter for just 8 points.
Yeah.
For the Wolfpack compares to 15 on the other side. As they came in leading by 8, they'll be potentially losing by 1 out of this timeout after there'll be 2 shots at the line. TRU's overall field goal percentage in the contest falling to 35.5%. The Huskies shooting the ball a heck of a lot better than that at 44.4. So the Huskies, I think you have to say, the better team here right now in this game, and we'll see if TRU can try to find some momentum that they had in that first quarter and kind of regain that energy here in the final $1:44 of our opening half.
See if they can get their momentum swing for sure, as we're seeing the Wolfpack run a little bit of a smaller line right now.
It'll be Tim at the line. He'll knock down the first. And the Huskies lead for the first time since the first basket of the ball game at 32-31 here late in the second quarter, as they have dominated our second quarter of play here tonight. Can TRU finally find some rhythm offensively once more? Asher Mahan kicks to the corner. Farrenloy won't take the three. He'll drive instead. Hook shot, no good.
In and out for Farrenloy there.
Also uncharacteristic to see both Asher Mahan and Dammy Farrenloy both turn down a three opportunity. And maybe that goes to show how cold they've gotten in their shooting game, maybe losing a little bit of confidence. As hitting the floor will be Olsen trying to draw a call. None comes either way, and it's a three-point advantage here for the Huskies. They can do no wrong here in the quarter. Shoot the ball at 50%. Farrenloy kicks it for three. And finally, Asher Mahan says enough's enough. It's a tie game at 34. 40 seconds remain here in the quarter. Morin up across the timeline. Stolen away, Olsen. And a foul called. Only the second foul here in the quarter. Huskies playing a clean brand of basketball, and it's showing, as it will be a side out here. 34-34 the score, 34 seconds also the amount of time remaining here in our opening half. Inbound comes to Farrenloy. Mahan in to a high post position, and Olsen, he'll hand off Harrison. Baseline drive, goes up strong, can't get it. Rebound still up for grabs, trying to just go back up. Olsen can't get it to go on a second attempt. Shot clock is off. Bonsu and the Huskies can hold for the final shot of the second quarter and a chance to take a lead into the locker rooms here at halftime. Bonsu, ISO out, long range two, no good. Rebound secured, and it'll be a tie ball game as we head to the water break. 34-34 here between the Huskies and the Wolfpack, as the Huskies storm back from an 8-point deficit after the first quarter, which means it'll be a best of two quarters here all level as we head to the break. Dermot.
And props to the Huskies for battling back from being down. They really did it. Just like we were saying, when they took that lead, it was the second lead they've had in the game. And now the Huskies go back. They're going to draw up new plays, draw up that new philosophy, because now it's just a 0-0 game.
Easton Tim and Asher Mahan leading their respective sides with 14 points apiece as we head to the break at 34 all. We'll be back with the third quarter about 15 minutes time. This is Canada West TV presented by BioSteel.
Drink BioSteel, the right fuel.
At Accentians, we're proud of what makes us different. Accentians, stay different, stay real.
Drink BioSteel, the right fuel.
Hey, my name's Bree. I'm a tourism management student. I like to walk around Kamloops, so I walk to campus. But come on my tour, let me show you. One of my favorite things to do in Kamloops is go to the farmer's market. There's fresh local food, and I can walk straight down the hill. I get in my exercise, and I can reward myself with a fresh donut and coffee. The best way to start a Saturday morning. My classes take place in the Arts and Education International Building and right here in Old Main. The best part about Old Main, it has Esther's Market. Let's go. There's so many things to do outside the classroom. I got involved with PCMA, Adventure U, and then I discovered research. Let's check it out in Alara. My first experience in research was actually with a guest lecturer in People, Places, and Toured Landscapes. She came in and talked a little bit about creative tourism as a researcher. I was hooked. So I got involved as a research assistant to some tourism faculty, as a research ambassador, and that led to me being a community engaged research fellow. Here at Campus Commons, TrueSoup puts on so many amazing events. We have our back to school barbecue, the last class bash, we have a tree lighting, oh, and there's food trucks. Oh, there's so many things to see. One of my favorite places on campus is the elusive observatory. But I haven't been there yet. So I could have picked anywhere to go. As a mature student, I decided to come back here to Thompson Rivers. I'm from Ontario originally, and this program gave me more flexibility in tourism. I wanted to try everything. I wanted to immerse myself. I got to choose different electives. I got to choose what field I wanted to go into. There wasn't anything really specific that you had to follow. I could choose my own path. In fact, my path took me all the way to Switzerland. I got to do a study abroad during the summer and get courses. I mean, the better place to do statistics? Always in Switzerland. There's chocolate, there's cheese, and apparently I'm really good at playing an Alp horn. Who knew? It's important to take time for yourself, and there's so many supports here at TRU for you. We have Consent Tea, one of my favorites is Therapy Dog Thursday, or come check out the Wellness Center. Sit back and relax. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna let you in on one of the best kept secrets. It's the Scratch Cafe! You can't miss it. It's right here. Now there's so many fun courses in our program, but I love how flexible the electives are. I've taken Spanish, archaeology, I even did criminology. I got to build my program my way. Coming from Ontario, one of my favorite things about BC is the great outdoors, and Kamloops does not disappoint. Whether I'm out on the water hitting the kayak, or whether I'm gonna go for a hike up a mountain. I also love to go inside to Cliffside Climbing Gym, try my skills at bouldering. Now I also love the coffee here. It is delicious. So you have 5 Bean, you have Amplified. I mean, there's so many coffee shops, I've tried them all. But if I'm here on campus, I like to check out Common Grounds. It's student run and led. I can bring my own coffee mug, and I get some studying done too. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy this beautiful sunshine. When I started, I wasn't sure what I wanted my career path to be. And that's the best thing about tourism. It's always changing and evolving. Since being here, I got involved in agriculture tourism, local and community engaged tourism, food tourism, and really involved in adventure studies. I'm even graduating with a minor in adventure studies. But thanks for joining me on my campus tour. I'm gonna go hang out at Cliffside. See ya.
Drink Biosteel, the right fuel.
Welcome back inside the Tournament Capital Center. This is Canada West TV presented by BioSteel. It's a tie game at halftime as we get set for the third quarter. Michael and Dermot back with you for the final half of basketball in the first semester before we all take some weeks off for the winter break and return to action on January the 10th. But 20 minutes of ball to be played before we get there. Easton Tim and Asher Mahan leading their respective teams with 14 points apiece as it was TRU taking control in the opening quarter. The Huskies with the response in the second, leading us to a 34-34 game here with 20 minutes left to be played.
Coming down as we got the TRU Wolfpack entering the floor right now. Both teams have been battling and having their shines throughout this game. And now 34-34, just like we're saying, it's a tie game. We're about to see who wins this next half, which is the last half of basketball for the year.
TRU shooting a 34% from the floor, so something they would have likely chatted about in the locker room is shot selection and making sure they get some better looks towards the basket here. Is after shooting 41% in the opening quarter, that fell all the way to 27.8 in the second. More consistency on the side of the Huskies, 43% and then 47% from the floor for an average of 44.8. So the Huskies have looked like the better team, at least of late. We'll see if TRU can respond here as we're underway in the third with Emmanuel Bonsu leading the Huskies up the floor in their white unis with the green trim. Double team comes, they'll kick out of it to Bonsu. He's guarded, now into the post. Tim working on Mahan. No, it's a kick all the way. Sharkey for three. Early three-pointer from the Huskies, and they lead for just the third time in the ballgame at 37-34 here. A big opening bucket, just what they would have drawn up in the room. Asher Mahan response, no good. Rebound secured, and a foul called.
It's like
Cyrus Harrison still down on the floor. Now appears to be getting help back up to his feet. Sorry, no call there on the play. Just out of bounds off of Harrison, and ball back to the Huskies with a chance to expand. 3 points is the biggest their lead has been. They've had it at two separate times here in the ballgame.
Holding that right hip of his, Cyrus Harrison, but looks like he is doing good, still moving the same as per usual.
I'd be working against him here. See how he feels if you're the Huskies. Go right at him after taking a big bump. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Bonsu, baseline, kicks. Sharkey, way too late.
It's the right idea. Get the ball into your shooter's hands, but you just got to do it like a couple seconds earlier.
First minute gone here in the third quarter. It's been a continuation from the second with the Huskies jumping out to a 3-point lead, and TRU still struggling to find some offense. Baccarin won't trigger the three, gives it to Mahan. Back to Baccarin, low post up off the glass. He'll kiss it off the window for two. Just his first points of the game for Dennis Baccarin. That could be a key cog in this offense for TRU if they want to start clicking again, maybe to get Baccarin firing. Olsen guarding up at the top of the arc. Morin drives, help comes from Olsen, can't get it, grabs his own rebound, trying to throw it off a body. It's into the hands of Cyrus Harrison, who runs too fast for his own dribble, and the turnover right back to the Huskies. TRU trying to hurting themselves here early in the third quarter with some turnovers. Bonsu, tough bucket for two. He's got 11 now in the contest, the second Husky player into double digits here tonight.
3-point lead for the Huskies now.
Demi Farrenloy, and now Baccarin. Olsen, Baccarin for three. No good, it's too strong off the back of the iron. 2.5 gone here in the third quarter. It is a Huskies lead as they look to get their first win of the year and earn a split here on the road in Kamloops. Spinning post position, in and out, rebound Harrison.
Beautiful rebound there.
Asher Mahan transition three, no. They'll slow it down with Dammy Farinloy, who takes a bump and does get the foul call.
Those are the small fouls we were talking about that just like slowly add up against your team. You don't notice it too much now, but as it goes on, it's especially for both these teams, they really add up.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot of fouls charged against the Huskies in the second quarter. They were the cleaner team, as cutting to the lane and a nice layup there from Farinloy as he manages to split the D and get it back to a 1-point contest. Farinloy fights through a screen to stay on his man, and now here is Miller trying to go down into the post. Olsen hands straight up. Tim decides to kick it out. 5 seconds, Bonsu spins up off the glass, too strong. Harrison again flies in for the rebound. Farinloy, will he put on the brakes? Kicks it, and now slowing it down, Harrison trying to break down his man Bonsu. Backer in for three, yes sir, the big Ukrainian dials it up. Dennis Baccarin with 5 points here in the third quarter.
And the lead is back in the Wolfpack's hands.
TRU lead again by 2 at 41-39 as Dennis Baccarin finding his shooting touch when his team 5 points here through the opening 4 minutes of the quarter. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Again, the defense of this Wolfpack team, and it's a bailout foul. They will say it was charged on the floor, so it'll just be a fresh 14, but all that good work on the defensive end. We've seen a lot of late shot clock situations for the Huskies, but a bailout foul there will give them a second life.
As we see Steve Stinson enter the game again for Dammy Farinloy. Going to be checked on to Bosu.
That was the second personal on Asher Main. As we do see this second unit onto the floor, Olsen and Baccarin and, well, 3 of them still on the floor. It's just Evan Smith and Stinson in. Bonsu for 3, but he stepped out of bounds.
Hit the 3 as well, but
that was a nice looking jumper. Just so happened that maybe his shoe size 1 too large as his heels clipped the line, and it won't count.
Having a game for himself there. Still nice to see that ball go in the hoop.
Hey, he's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. He was almost 3 for 3. Harrison backing down Bonsu. Post position up off the glass. Can't get the bucket to go. Those are the looks you want to see get knocked down by a guy like Harrison, who's 2 of 5 from the floor for just 6 points. Is my word, Bonsu. I don't even think he thought that was going to go in, but it does. Harrison the other way, doesn't get anything on it. Thought a foul call may be coming. None so from the 3 peoples whose opinions matter. Tim, baseline, spins, Baccarin hand up in his face, doesn't matter. The lead expanding and back in the hands of the Huskies at 43-41. Baccarin, nice feed down low. It's the cut and the bucket there from Thomas Olsen.
Beautiful pass there by Dennis Baccarin.
I thought he was going to be firing a 3 there. Fooled me as well as he found Thomas Olsen on the cut. Bonsu, Harrison in on the defense. He's forced to finally kick one out. Late shot clock situation again. Free throw line jumper off the back of the iron. Batted down, offensive rebound. Bonsu can't get the second look to go. Fast break opportunity. Harrison right through, he'll flash. Baccarin for 3. Dennis Baccarin. Back ironing down. A huge 3-pointer for Dennis Baccarin, and TRU lead once more. The seesaw battle here in the third quarter.
Who wants the lead more?
Bonsu kicks it to the corner, baseline drive. No, not going to take it, instead of kick. Now the drive into the paint. So many bodies there and a foul. And Easton Tim will head to the line to shoot a pair. Foul charge to Harrison. That will be just his first personal.
3 subs go in here.
Chance to bring it back to a 1-point game. Easton Tim at the line. He's 2 for 2 here in the contest. First one, no good, short off the front iron. So you see Jack Clayton come back onto the floor. The first year, slowly but surely gaining more and more confidence of his head coach, Chad Jacobson, as he's getting more and more leash as this season has gone on.
That's how you progress in your career, just being able to get those small minutes in your first year.
How about Steve Stinson right to the hole? TRU lead again by 5. Couple big misses at the line there from Easton Tim. How about Ruben Wright trying to go for the steal on Tim? Won't get it. They'll kick it around. The rotation back in on the defense side for TRU. Contested 3. Splashing down. Are you kidding me? Emmanuel Bonsu can do no wrong.
Pure shooting tonight from Bonsu.
He's got 16. Ruben Wright, top of the key. Hands off. Drives. Too strong. And a whistle here, I think just because of the player down, as the trainer will come onto the floor here for the Huskies.
Definitely did look like a tough hit there for.
Just taking a bit of a whack. Jacobson will call his unit over, have a brief conversation. Officials will come together here.
A little smack in the tooth there. Looks like as you're saying, Coach Jacobson just gets a chance to talk it over with the rest of his team.
And we will see a substitution coming as Clayton back off the floor. And Dammy Farrenloy, we got an uber small unit on the floor here with Chamble, Stinson, and Farrenloy all on the floor, all really one guards.
Yeah, talk about small ball.
Who's going to be playing the 3? Farrenloy maybe? I don't know. Either way,
it's the inbounder's choice at this point.
A lot of shooters with an on the floor here for TRU, and a lot of speed. We'll see if that tenacity can help here on the defensive end. Stinson, and now into the post. Tim kicks for 3. No good. Rebound, and a foul called. Which way is it going? Foul call appears to be against TRU.
Big hits going up for these rebounds.
So that is one of the areas of concern, of course, if you're running that smaller unit, is going to be the glass. It's an even rebound battle here between the two sides through almost 3 quarters at 28-27 Huskies. But a second chance opportunity here to tie or take the lead. Quickly in the post, spinning around, Dammy Farrenloy. Tough rebound, up the floor in a hurry. Chamble, Farrenloy, Stinson, the 3 guards go around the horn. Stinson trying to break down his man. They'll have some mismatches. Farrenloy into the paint, trying to kick. And a foul called prior to the tie-up.
Going to be on the ground.
Oh, absolutely.
Stinson, the trigger man here.
Stinson, he'll just lob it up for Ruben Wright. Chamble. Chamble for 3, no good. Ruben Wright almost punching that one free. So a 2-point game. Up the floor is Morin. He's got Farrenloy on him. We got an off-ball foul charge somewhere. I missed it. Appears it'll be going against TRU.
It'll be against Stinson. There, as we see, first year Owen Weep coming back in the game.
Tim kicks it, and now Morin around the defender, gets Clayton to jump at him, but doesn't look in or lean in. Chamble, hand up, tough bucket. Rebound secured, Aaron Chamble. TRU a chance to extend the lead from the 2 it currently resides at. Clayton, handoff, Farrenloy, drives, wide open 3, no good. How about the offensive rebound? Chamble almost claiming it, but then loses it on the way back down. So once again, the Huskies can tie or take a lead. This time up the floor, it's Easton Tim, wide open baseline, good contest. Offensive board, Easton Tim, 2 players up around him. Third chance opportunity, who has the ball? Nobody, it's on the ground, and it will be Huskies ball here underneath the hoop.
It's the hustle you want to see from everybody, just diving on the ground, trying to get the ball there. So with Tim there, it was like almost like 3 orange jerseys around him as he tried to go up.
And just straight up and down, so no call. And we got an off-ball foul here. Offensive foul charge. TRU get the possession back. as both teams here have kind of been hitting a bit of a snag. We'll see Dennis Baccarin come back in, and he'll sub out Ruben Wright.
The counterparts to Ruben Wright there.
Good to see Baccarin back on. He's got 8 points, all of them here in the quarter. So he's been the hot hand. He has 8 of the 14 in the quarter. He'll set a screen for Farrenloy, gets it back. Baccarin for 3. No good off the line. As can't keep the hot hand fresh back off the bench. Morin up top for Bowen. Bowen working in on Clayton. Clayton backs down, hand up, and a foul call. No, a travel, my apologies. Officials asking the TRU bench to calm down just a touch. We'll keep an eye on that because certainly a warning now delivered. Can't be giving up a tech in a tight game like this. On the bench, Stinson, baseline drive, stops, pops, Steve Stinson with a beautiful baseline J. TRU lead by 4, the shot clock is off. Huskies can hold for the final shot of our third quarter. Morin up the floor. Screen comes, kicks it over, trying to find a shooter all the way out. Elbow 3 at the buzzer, no. Rebound, Aaron Shamble. We came in tied. TRU will head to the final quarter leading by 4. It's 50-46 here from the Tournament Capital Center, and we got 10 more exhilarating minutes to be played as TRU able to find that offense a little bit more there in the third quarter as they have a bit of a hotter hand. We'll see if they can carry that through into the fourth, Dermot.
How about that Wolfpack team just being able to battle back from just like different adversities coming with their shot selections? You know, just shots aren't going to be able to fall all the time, but they found ways to just poke in and just do what they needed to do to catch up. Like taking a look at Jack Clayton down there, just being able to be the first year going in, diving for the ball. It's exactly what you need from a first-year player, and that's what Chad Jacobson really wants.
Yeah, it's the first quarter of the game, actually. The Huskies have had more field goal attempts than TRU, but it's 4 more points on the side of the pack as they'll take quality over quantity in the third. They shoot 46.7% from the floor, compares to 31.3% for the Huskies, and that means they'll have a lead here heading into the fourth quarter. One thing of note, though, Dermot, TRU has not attempted a free throw since the first quarter of this game. They have not been able to get to the line. They're 6 of 8 from the stripe in the contest. This has been a long time since they've been there.
That is an interesting statistic to keep an eye on.
Well, they haven't made it to the bonus in the second or the third. They really just haven't been seeing fouls. Only 11 personals on the side of the Huskies through the opening 3 quarters. 12 personals on the side of TRU.
And who was doing it the most for this Wolfpack team? It was Aaron Shamble being able to get to the line there.
3 of 4 from the stripe for Aaron Shamble, who will not be on the floor here at the start. So the lineup becomes a little bit taller, at least for the pack. They'll keep Stinson and Farrenloy as the guards. And then you got Asher Mahan playing the 3, and Thomas Olsen and Dennis Baccarin as your forwards. However, they're pretty interchangeable up in that 3 through 5 position range. Into the post. Baccarin backing down his man, kicks, Stinson for 3. Steve Stinson coming alive late. A huge 3-pointer from Stinson, and it's 53-46.
Waking up late in the clock. Better late than ever.
Short range, short off the iron, and a foul called underneath. Offensive foul charge. Thomas Olsen's looking for a friend. Anyone gonna help him up? Nope, apparently not. He'll get up himself. Where's the teammates at?
Can be a one-man band sometimes, but he is up on his feet.
Thought that was rule 1 in basketball. You don't let your teammate get up alone.
Had to get the help of Casper there, but he's back in the game.
Got the call either way, did Olsen. Here's Asher Mahan. Down into the post. Backing down, looking to kick it out. And it's intercepted by the Huskies and stolen away. Almost stolen right back Morin. Oh, what a move. But he just has to dish. Here's the drive, spinning. Kapinga off the glass. Freddie Kapinga. Dennis Backer in for three. Yes, sir! Didn't even touch the nylon. Back of the rim and down. A massive tray as TRU starting to heat up from beyond the arc. Here late in this contest, they lead by 8. Can they get a stop on the defensive end? Shaking, baking, not getting the 2 to fall is Morin. TRU maybe willing to slow it down just a touch now. Up across the timeline, Asher Mahan handoff. Thomas Olsen right back to him. And now Steve Stinson at the near elbow. Baccarin in the post, 10 seconds. Mahan open three, and he stepped out. How often do we see it? It's the drop back step, right? It's the drop step as they collect the ball.
It's as they're catching it. And we've seen that twice now tonight.
I mean, we see that multiple times a game.
Multiple, yeah.
From every team, don't get me wrong. It's not a one-sided affair. It's just so common to see these players just step back, clip that sideline. He drained it too.
Bonsu and Mahan both did it.
Yeah, they both hit threes when stepping out. 5 seconds, three-pointer, no good. Can anyone secure the rebound? Kapinga can. Three-pointer from the elbow, no good again, and this time Dammy Farrenloy does collect the rebound. Down low, Asher Mahan off the glass, no good. Stinson collects the board and gets the little runner to go. It's a 10-point lead. It's the biggest lead of the game at any point for TRU with 7.5 to play here in the final quarter. It's 58-48, Wolfpack.
And is the Steve Stinson show as he walks to the bench with high energy. As this fourth quarter, he's putting on the gas for this team here, just making sure that everyone knows the energy has to be high to be winning games.
Stinson was a little cold in the first 2 quarters of this game. Has really
Just
turned on in the second half, especially in the early fourth quarter. He's 4 of 8 from the floor, including 1 of 2 from long range. Also, the smallest man on the floor has pulled down 2 rebounds.
He was getting on the line for those free throws
Yeah.
too. That kind of took us by shock.
As he's been playing well. Also, Dennis Baccarin entered the second half without a point. He's now got 11 here in the second half. Dennis Baccarin has come alive late. 3 of 6 from long range is the big Ukrainian who's been pouring it on here. When his team needs him to step up, he's been that man. Double-double watch as we like to check in around this time. Easton Tim, 2 rebounds away from a double-double tonight. On the TRU side of the ledger, nobody particularly close. We'll keep you posted.
So we got an inbound here.
Out of the Huskies timeout, they trail by 10. See what type of shot selection they drew up in the huddle. As up the floor comes Emmanuel Bonsu. He's got 16, Tim's got 16. They lead the way for this Huskies roster. Thomas Olsen putting the body on. Easton Tim. Bonsu now drives. Can't get it to fall. Asher Mahan the rebound. Steve Stinson. Transition 3. We've seen it. No, he'll drive instead. Baseline jumper. Stinson in and out. Ball still up for grabs. Finally controlled by the Huskies. The double-digit lead remains right at 10. And a foul called, as you could see the head of Bonsu fly back as he felt the contact and gets the call.
Seeing a good matchup here of Farrenloy versus Bonsu. This is one you want to keep your eye on, seeing these two go at each other here.
Looking to bring the ball in. Stolen, Asher Mahan. He'll slow things behind his back. Farrenloy, no good. Mahan offensive board, no. Huskies ball. A great steal, a good look, but not converting at the hoop.
See Coach Jacobson telling Dammy, it's all good. Let's move on to the next play. It was a good look. That's what your coach cares about, the looks.
Forget it. Get back defensively, get another stop. Has to be the message on the Wolfpack side for the Huskies. You're not going to get it back in one possession, but you got a lot of time on the clock. Just play solid basketball. You'll find yourself there at the end. Tim, post position, nice pass. Two-hand slam. Woodcup makes it an 8-point game. What a feed from Tim to Woodcup. The two big men connect for a big 2 points on the slam. Farrenloy, he'll drive once more. Kicks it, Stinson for three. No good. And a chance again to trim the lead. This is similar to what we saw about the same point of the fourth quarter yesterday. It was a run from the Huskies, and Bonsu will head to the line to shoot a pair. Looking to make this a 2-possession game if he can knock them both down.
And the energy is definitely what matters here. Just a dunk like that by Woodcutt just brings the energy in for the rest of this Huskies team as we see Bonsu shooting his free throws.
One of two at the line here in the contest is Bonsu, as he'll miss the first. Gotta hit your free throws, kids, especially late in fourth quarters. The Huskies 4 of 9 from the stripe in the game as a whole. They'll miss another 40% from the line. You know, they're trailing by 8. They've missed 6 frees. That's a difference there compared to 6 of 8 at the line for the boys in orange. Harrison kicks. Olsen, 2 players on the floor. We're playing 4-on-4. Off the glass, Dammy Farrenloy into double digits. He's got 11. A play on call there. It's the old, is it a block? Is it a charge? Officials decide to just let it go both ways. And we got a little 4-on-4 basketball. Some more space on the floor, and Farrenloy took advantage. Bonsu kicks, now down to the post. Easton Tim. And a shot clock violation. Great defense.
Well, miscommunication there about the shot clock, as we've talked about tonight.
Seen it a few times back in the women's game as well. Baccarin, his team leading by 10. This is as big as the lead's been. Can they balloon it out a touch more? A little runner from Dammy Farrenloy. He gets the friendly shooter's roll. 13 for Dammy. It's a 12-point lead for the Wolfpack. Bonsu right to the rim. Travel. The hop, step, and then tried to take another. One too many. Probably get away with that in the NBA, but not in Canada West, where we actually call travels.
Exactly.
That rule still exists at this level.
It's not a 5-step maximum.
You get like 3 gathers, 3 steps in the NBA. It doesn't matter.
We'll look
as
the
long
other
as
way.
it looks cool, it's fine.
Exactly. Speaking of travels, there's another travel there. It's different sort of travel.
Yeah,
but you
just
get
losing his footing was Harrison as he slides just that little bit. The pivot foot slides and the travel called. So
no James Harden step backs here tonight.
4:15 remain here in the fourth quarter. It's a 12-point lead for the Wolfpack as Bonsu up the floor for the Huskies. He's got Farrenloy on him. He'll dish. Handoff here for Miller. Woodcup. Post position, extra pass. Sharkey. Backdoor cut. Sharkey lays it in, 10-point game.
Eyes in the back of his head there. Beautiful pass.
Olsen hands off. Asher Mahan back to Farrenloy. Now into the high post position of Baccarin. Mahan gets the ball right back. He'll drive. Kicks to the corner. Olsen doesn't want to take it. 6 on the shot clock. Swatted and a foul called. And the Huskies coach can't believe it, as he'll take a number of steps along the sideline as Thomas Olsen will head to the stripe for the first time here in the contest. We just mentioned, a couple misses at the stripe for the Huskies. Can Olsen do the task here and knock him down? He cannot hit the first. Both teams might be staying after the game to shoot 100 free throws each.
Shoot a couple free throws, yeah. Before you go home or before you get on the plane.
both miss from Thomas Olsen. So we've seen both teams miss. Transition three, huge bucket, Huskies, timeout Jacobson. What a swing there. Thomas Olsen can't hit either from the charity stripe. Up the floor in a hurry, Dylan Miller, his first points of the contest, a massive three-pointer, and the Huskies are right back in the contest. It's a 7-point game. My word, what a swing. You gotta hit your free throws.
You gotta get the easy buckets. They seem like they're the easiest, but when you're there in the fourth quarter, last game of the year, they get a little bit tougher.
So it's a 7-point game. The lead was 12. It's been a 5-0 run, the last $1.17 from the Huskies, including that beautiful transition three from Dylan Miller. Just his first bucket of the game, coming at a huge time, as he's 1 for 3 from the floor and 1 for 2 from beyond the arc to get his team rolling.
So we've got 5 seconds on the clock here. Both teams chatting it up, getting ready to go for the last little bit, the last 3 minutes and 29 seconds of the game. It is 62-55 for the Wolfpack. The Orange, the home team here in the TCC.
Not using the timeout to advance the ball is Jacobson. I like that. It keeps your full 24 seconds on the shot clock. And when you're up by 3 possessions here, you need a bucket, but you also want to start bleeding some of this clock slowly but surely if you are the team in the lead. Handoff Harrison. Here's Steve Stinson back onto the floor after a brief respite. Farrenloy cuts to the rim. Dammy Farrenloy has 15. It's a team high.
Beautiful shot there. Just going right in, using the pump fake and just taking your time.
And also using about 18 seconds of the shot clock as well. Yeah. Entry pass, batted away. What a steal. Oh, stolen back, but it's out of play. They're going to say off tier. No, I think she corrected herself. She pointed one way, then I think she pointed back the other. It will be TRU ball. Yeah. Got the call right. It's all that matters in the end. So Farrenloy to inbound here off of a nice steal, as it was Baccarin who managed to get a poke on that entry pass. So Steve Stinson does get across the timeline. He's flirting with it a little bit there for a second, but no worries. Now Farrenloy, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Farrenloy drives! The reverse lay-in from Dammy Farrenloy. Putting the team on his back, him and Stinson. It's the guards doing the dirty work here in the fourth. Bonsu slides, spins, bucket. Emmanuel Bonsu's got 18. Not going away without a whimper here in the final 2:18 are the Huskies. It's once again a 9-point game. Dammy Farrenloy this time can't get the bucket to go. A big stop for the Huskies. Can they cut into the lead here in the final 2 minutes of our fourth quarter? Miller just hit a huge three. Crossover. Trying to go to Woodcup. Extra pass. Tim kisses it off the window for 2. 7-point ball game. The press slightly on from the Huskies. They're just guarding the inbound. Now we'll back off and allow Stinson across the timeline.
Any steal that this Huskies team can get, they will be happy with.
Harrison right to the rack. Spins, tries to kick. Extra pass, no good. Asher Mahan won't trigger the three. Mahan, Baccarin, Dennis Baccarin for 3! The big Ukrainian rattles down his fourth. And TRU lead again by 10 with 90 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Wolfpack team will not let the lead slip away. Someone always got the touch. And this Huskies team needs to find a way to really claw back here on the 10 points in the fourth quarter. A minute and 30 seconds may not seem like a lot, but it really is.
It's a ton in basketball. We'll be here for at least another 10 minutes, maybe 20.
We will be here for a while.
Dennis Baccarin, 14 points, all of them in the second half. A second half machine. Dennis Baccarin, shooters don't stop shooting. And Baccarin comes into the second half, piles in 14, including 4 from beyond the arc, and a big one there to restore the 10-point advantage here for the Wolfpack. So it's Farrenloy with 17, Asher Mahan with 14, Baccarin with 14, Steve Stinson 9 off the bench as well. On the other side, it's the two-man show. It's Emmanuel Bonsu, it's Easton Tim. They both got 18 apiece, and Easton Tim has reached a double-double here tonight. He's got 18 and 10 boards. So 90 seconds left to be played before we all head home for the winter semester break.
Much needed. But we got some basketball going on now.
Miller inbounds to Bonsu. Gotta think Bonsu or Tim will be the trigger man. How about Tim all alone underneath? He was stumbling. Maybe thought he'd get a call, but just never really had his feet underneath him after the entry pass. That's a big stop. TRU, you want to burn clock here. Got to use the full 24 or darn near all of it. Double team comes, kick out Stinson. Open man in the corner. Asher Mahan gets denied. Flying out at Asher Mahan for the swat, but he steps out of bounds as he tries to save it.
That is one tall guy. That is one tall player.
That's a lot
right
of
there.
height to try to get the ball over top of. A huge denial on the three-point arc. A three-pointer there may have been the ball game. Instead, 62 seconds, 5 on the clock. Dennis Baccarin, he drives up, down, under, no good. Second chance, put back. It's a 12-point lead and under a minute to play here in the fourth quarter. As Cyrus Harrison, a big put back. Bonsu for 3, no good. Rebound, Harrison. Stinson leading by 12. He'll lose the handle. Got to get across the timeline. They'll just chuck it.
And it is going the other way.
A big call there. Ball back in the hands, but 12 points. That may be a bridge too far here with only 34.7 on the clock. They're going to need to find a quick basket. Doesn't necessarily need to be a 3. Just need a quick basket. Can't bleed clock if you are the Huskies. Ball comes in. It is a quick 3 from on top of the arc. No good. Punch back out. Asher Mahan, the first man there. He'll go right to the rim, gets fouled, and he'll shoot a pair. And that might just do it here on a Saturday night from Kamloops, as Asher Mahan will head to the line, looking to put the icing on top of this weekend sweep cake for the TRU Wolfpack.
Mahan for the 2 free throws.
Has only been to the line once, Dermot, and that was on an and 1, so he's 1 of 1.
One of the more consistent free throw shooters on this TRU team.
He does hit the first. It's a 13-point advantage and officially a 4-possession game. That may spell the end of this Huskies comeback effort. They're both good. It's 14, and we'll see the Huskies will come up the floor and try to hit a shot. Miller for 3. No good. The whistle blowing before. Jacobson with a conversation and a word here for Cyrus Harrison, as the ball is back in the hands of TRU. Looks like they will guard the inbound. Are they going to back off? They will not. Still playing to the final whistle. Ball across, wide open under the hoop, but TRU will rather just bleed the clock. Asher Mahan dancing through everybody. 10 seconds remain. Shot clock is off. Still trying to find a steal, the Huskies, and they'll finally foul the man you don't want to foul. It's Asher Mahan. And he'll head back to the line. TRU in the bonus. And this will just be a pad-statting trip to the charity stripe for Asher Mahan. He's got 16 in the contest. If he can knock them both down, he'll have a team high and tie the game high with 18. The first is good. So he's tied Farrenloy for the team high. 18 would tie the game high with Emmanuel Bonsu and Easton Tim of the Huskies. Asher Mahan will cash them both in. The Huskies looking for the Hail Mary pass. They will come up the floor here in a hurry. 3, 2, 1, buzzer beater 2, why not? Won't really matter in the end.
That is the game for the Wolfpack as they walk away with the sweep going into the new year.
Wolfpack win, TRU win, 75-62 the final. Asher Mahan leads the way with 18, 17 for Faranoy. Baccarin with 14 points, all coming in the second half. Emmanuel Bonsu with 18. Easton Tim as well reaches the 18 points. So TRU will head into the winter semester break at 5-5, a 500 record. For Saskatchewan, they'll fall to 0-8. Thank you so much for tuning in all semester long. For Dermot Langer to my right and our entire Wolfpack production team, thank you so much for joining us. We return to action on the 10th of January. It'll be a volleyball home date. Basketball will be on the road. So thank you for joining us throughout this entire first half. Until the new year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I'm Michael Reed.